the way to Longford this morning. Mind that car there, mind that car behind me. Yes, on the way to Longford. Been here before a few times, of course, myself, and I've been here before with a video. I'll try and give it a show, and I'll try and show you how we use the onboard blower on my unit. Straightforward. Someone was asking about it, so I'll show you. All this road here was resurfaced in a week. It's brand new. There's some bits and spots, you know. The plaza there on the left hand side. Brand new spot for a bit of parking, and the old facilities are good enough. That passes me here in this section of road fairly regular up between Clonard and Kinnegad. You've been pulling a Tesco trailer, I think, driving a Reynolds. Now he's flashing me and waving. Thought I might have seen him this morning. How are you doing if you're watching? How are you doing, buddy? Mullingar. Good morning, Mullingar. What's the story, Mullingar? We're just past the sewer here now on the way to Longford. Yeah, is that alright, Mullingar? Dead on, thank you. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. A bit choppy on the lake this morning. Looking a bit choppy. Oh, Michael, how are you doing? Best to do a bit of rain here. Just going into Ballinalack here. I'm actually just going to pull into the services here for a few minutes. And the veil of the services. There's a grand spot in here for food and everything. Parking is a bit odd sometimes, you know. Down and kind of loop around and come back down and reverse into a spot, and that bump is a horrible bump. Diesel pumps and everything else here. There was a truck wash here once upon a time, but it's not working anymore. Another bad bump, that's the only thing. And then you're going to have this speed ramp here, you have to kind of go over and then loop around. There's the old truck wash there, look. She hasn't been used in a while. See, around here here to spin now, which normally I mightn't have that much room to spin. But there's a spot here now, I'm just take a walk over. There's a test centre next door now, DOE test centre. There's man trucks as well, I remember now. Let's try and park this somewhat straight looking. That's so crooked, but anyway. It's straight on one side on the line, but the other line is not straight. I don't know. Right, let's go. Back to you shortly. Right, Nanley's gone. Another fella pulled in. Just down for a flying visit. There's my new sign in the window, look. Look at that. Now we take our pin. The dirt a little dirty today, huh? You wouldn't even clean it. Look at the dirt to the floor and everything. Just a quick stop there for a minute or two. And yeah, head around for Longford, and we'll show you the story when I get there. Alright, let's go. Yeah, it's a grand spot now for a bit of parking. Just this bump, see this bump here? And the one on the way in, they're real sharp there. Like that. Oh, like that, you know what I mean? Like, the place has improved a lot over the years for parking and space, and the shop is massive now, you know? Loads of stuff in there. Commercials, Man Truck Centre, that's what it is next door. I knew it was a Man Trucks, I couldn't remember. There was a bad crash through Ballinalack here a while ago. A car came through here one night, or one morning or whatever it was, at about like 120 mile an hour or something ridiculous, you know what I mean? And it clipped the curb here or something and took a fit of rolling and spinning, and it ended up the far side of the town here eventually. It came to a stop. There's pictures of it circulating around. Even a small bit of camera footage of that from that last garage where you just see this blur of a car going by in the camera. But yeah, on the lake, there you go. You're up, no matter. Dead on. And we're working on that building there on the right hand side. Bit of renovating. Right, we'll see you further out the road, yeah? See you further out the road there. Oh, I better give Rathdown a shout out here as well. That's the next village, Rathdown. Up here on the left hand side, you have a place called Frederick's Hotel. It's another good place to stop and eating and drinking and the whole lot. See the little road up there now as well. Or a little village of fly through. Which have Frederick's here on the left. Bit of parking at the back there for a few lorries. I think many a good session's been had in there over the years. Look, this is where they're done the resurfacing. Yeah, you can just swing in there, around the back. There's diesel pumps, the whole lot. Come out this way here on the left. Bit of parking there. There you go. You're up, Rathdown. You're up. How are you? edge here on the left with a very low canopy. Not to pull in there in a hurry now and let that you do some damage. Little coffee trailer there. The fuel pump still worked there as well. Right, let's give this a shot. Bing! You're out there, I'm in here. Let's see how this looks. Let's hope I don't lose my camera. The old weighbridge here is a little bit tight just down onto it. Don't know how well you want to see it from there now, but look. Give it a shot. That's it, this old bit of a quarry's here a long time. I did video on here before, like, so let's see if you look back in the videos. First time I came in here, I was like, oh Jesus, how do I fit into this yoke here, you know? It's a bit of a wheel wash thing, you know, as you go through onto the bridge. Right, give us a minute and we'll get wide in. Right, I'm back. Let's show here and we'll see what it does. We've got to get a drone here up in the air, flying over across the quarry there and over the truckers are driving around this place. Cool, you know. Telling me, well, we get to get the drone, bring it down. Probably want to get permission to do all that first. It will be pretty cool on the video. Bit of a pull up here. Nice and easy. Around the corner, down the hill. The first time I came to this place, you feel, you know, Jesus, you know, down this hill and reverse back around and come back up again and back to the silo. There's a new silo here. Well, since the first time I was here, they added in an extra silo. Once you do it once or twice, you're nice. Come back up over, it's handy enough because you're empty across your alright. There's a cement load eating me way. The bottle is what it says. I'm only getting the shovels by either. You just can't see that at the moment. I'm very afraid you can't see it. I normally go down, you see, and down the hill here. You might see it in a minute now. Swing over to the left, reverse back around, pull forward, and then back to the silo. What will stop me swinging left here and going up that bit of a hill and reversing down the hill, you know? That's the load and shovel you can hear. Alright. Oh, no bother. Normally where he's parked, I swing over there, you mean, like, no bother. I'm going to do that, so. Bit of a pull there now, bit of a pull up the hill, yay! Then we do the reverse down the big hill. Jesus! Right, there we go. There we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Squiggly, squiggly, roundy, roundy. How are you doing? Alright, yeah, down the hill we go. This is why you need a couple of wee cameras just all over the shop. Yeah, you can flick from one to the other, right? And put it together. Just as well I know where I'm going, isn't it? Says you'd want it. First time doing it this way anyway, so there you go. There's a first face. Get around this, will you? Take this. Have to go forward a bit, I'm not over tight enough. You can go tighter. What that bank? Too tight to the bank. Now what starts? Straight back. You told me to stop? Yep, okay, we'll stop. Right, let's go back out and get you. So basically, instead of having to use the compressor and blower, I have a compressor built into it already now. Put that pipe on and she does the job. Plan of being able to get a trailer without the blower on it and the trailer itself, and then you get more payload. So let's see now I'm back far enough. Back far enough there. I'll set up the old pipe now in a second. Special tool. Now, burger yard tool. Do you not know that? Right, I'll put the old blower on. Engage our LPTO. There's on. Have I got that? I don't know. No. Bring up the revs a little bit. Yeah, that's where we're good to go. Good little tip as to where to seal. That way it shouldn't leak when you start. Enough forget to put your whip chain on. Check your valve is open. Just hold on. Up there. I'm a little close, but it'll be alright. Yeah, so in a nutshell, the blowing equipment is now part of the truck, run out to PTO, so you can do away with all this canopy and engine and stuff, make your trailer a lot lighter and get more payload. That's kind of the plan anyway. You only put that on there a while ago just to try it out. And if you had a truck that had no blowing equipment on it, you just go back to the old donkey engine anyway with this trailer, but you might take that off sometime, or you might just give me a different trailer. Make yourself more payload, that's what it's all about. That's the quarry over there. Over beyond that little, the berm as they call it. So in a nutshell here, you build your pressure up. And 2 bars your max you go to, but up to about 1.5 or thereabouts. That one's going a little bit higher. That's for the line pressure, that's the tank pressure. There's all your levers and buttons to open your pinch valves. Yeah, so we'll give it a shot here. I'll say I'm a bit close. Ideally I want that a little bit straighter, but we're alright. We're alright. The kink will straighten itself out when you put the product through. Right, straighten yourself out there. There you go. Feel like a snake. Little snaky hose. Because that's the newer silo. They're the older silos. That's it there now, she's pumping away. Pumping away indeed now. Right, 3 pots in my tank. That's number 1, 2, 3. Basically do one at a time. Start at the back, work your way forward. Maintain your pressure. If your pressure's dropping too quick, you're blowing with this, you're pushing with that. This is just these are just pressurising the tank, and this is the one you use to push the product when you open the valve. When you're dropping pressure, don't blow as much, and if you're dropping too much pressure, you're getting it to the end of your first pot onto your second one then. Straightforward enough now in fairness. Some of you already know how it works already, and some of you don't. There's the bottom of a pot there, that's your middle pot. There's the front one there, and then there's one down the back there. You can't really see it there. I have a 3-pot tank. That's the that's called the pinch valve. That's closed at the moment. I'm tipping the back end of the trailer first. You release the pinch valve, it lets the product flow, and then if I say 1, 2, 3, job is done. I'll show you a pinch valve here, another one here on the silo. So if the silo ever gets too full, it'll set off an alarm. And you have about 60 seconds to clear your pipe. This is a pinch valve here. That's just like a balloon, I suppose, so it fills up with air and the product can't flow upwards, and then so when you open that, it releases and then it closes up and you're finished, you know. But if the alarm goes off and the silo is too full for safety, the high level will go off on the silo. It should close after about 60 seconds. So the idea is if the alarm goes off, you have to clear your pipe, turn your product off and clear your pipe, so you can take your pipe off, you know. Actually it says here 3 minutes on that one, so it'll close within 3 minutes, so it gives you time to clear your pipe and maybe just empty the last of the product if you're near the end of the load, you know. tipping away good up. The pressure's getting a little high there, so I can go up there now and knock the RPM back on the lorry. So when you turn on the blower there, you see I pull up the revs a wee bit on the cruise control. And you see now I'll knock it down there now. Now she'll drop down there, she's on idle there now. You hear the noise of that going down a wee bit as well. So that'll be her now, just tipping away on the idle. That's on the low box as well. You can do it on the high box and she'll really maintain good pressure, you know. So that'll be for a really high silo, you know. You want good pressure, a good push. Oh yeah, there you go for now. And if she gets over pressurizes, sorry, another thing. If she over pressurises here, you have a blow off valve. This is your blow off valve here. That'll blow off at 2 bar, and this one here, if you turn that on, you can have it blow off at 1 bar. You wouldn't see that too much in a trailer over here. It's usually 2 bar. And there's no harm about that blow off every so often. You're supposed to check them daily, you know, so they say. So you gotta let it blow off 2 or 3 times a week there. Let the pressure go up high enough. It might actually even blow off here when we're here. Depends on the pressure, you know. We're okay there pressure wise. We're still just under our 2 bar. The lad was saying he had to put a new pinch valve in that silo. Not sure, pinch valve. The other one must have been getting damaged, or it was taking ages to tip the load, you know. And this is called your whip chain. So basically, if the clamp fails and the pipe come off, the hose would go like a garden hose coming off, you know, like it'll just fly about the place. So the whip chain keeps it in place. A lot of places have the whip chain now, anyway. Put them on, or have their own one. I have my own one there. See the red one there? Like one place I go to, I have to put it on. They're real strict. Some places are strict, and some places are just, you know. And then some places want you to put it on the back of the trailer as well, but if that come off there, that just falls to the ground or just blow off, and that'll be it, you know, like. Where if it come off this end, it's just like a garden hose flicking about the place, you know. But yeah, there you go for now. Come back to you now shortly. I can hear it there now. I'm used to hearing it, but my pressure's starting to drop, so I'll open number 2, let it start flowing, and then we close number 1. I could hear the change in it there, you know. I was just stood over to one side. There you go. She'll bring that pressure back up there now in a second. But she's still tipping away. This is your weight gauge. Give it a little clean there. So you see here, there's a couple of stickers telling you what different weights will be at different readings. So if she was at 5.0 at the start, she would have been 30 tonne. She's down to 2.1 there now. We don't have a 2.1 on that. It's not always accurate. The little pink stripes are basically, she'll be up here when she's full. When she gets to the first pink one, that's the first pot done. When she gets to the second pink one, that's the second pot done. And then when she's empty, she's down at just under 4 there, under the 5 at 4, you know. It wouldn't be the most accurate one now, in fairness, but this here then is the you can set it. Set this here and turn on a weight gauge alarm. So like, if I wanted just 30 tonne, so 30, or say I wanted 20 tonne. It says 3.5 there in that little list, so 3.5 will be up around here. You set this pin to that, and then when this black needle gets to that red marker, it'll set off the alarm. There's a little alarm up on the top there where you load. You'll know your at your weight then, you know your desired weight, you know. But most places now load you on a weigh bridge, so very rarely you'd use that. I never used it, to be honest with you. You can turn that off if I want, like watch the little black needle now, turn it off. It's gone off there. It's all air operated, you know. It's basically going through the air suspension, you know. You could load the tanks through this if you wanted to. What they call pressure loading. So the product will be blown through a pipe, that pipe there would screw straight onto it. And you can, rather than loading through the roof, you know. Anyway, I'm waffling away there. Talking rubbish there, you are one. Talking rubbish. Talking like you know what you're on about. There you go. Once the pipe is dancing as well, you're all good. As I say, once that pipe is dancing there, you're slipping alright. Right. Still dancing. Nearly at the end here. Nearly at. It gets a bit noisy at the end, but I'll try to make it nice and quiet. Yeah. Alright. I have my earplugs on, so I don't deafen myself. Pressure never really recovered, still down there, but anyway, it's alright. I can hear that changing, so it's getting emptier. Air blowing more wind. So empty. So the middle one there now, make sure the middle one's empty. Sometimes you look up at the roof of the silo, as you can see it. A bit of dust blowing out there. See that bit of dust? Check the last one's empty. Put them all just to check. One more check over. Causing a bit of dust. Now when you're finished with depressurise the tank, the noisiness. Quiet it down for a minute there. That screws down there, there's a little safety latch in it. And then you put your core back on. Now if I was using a hose at a customer site, if all customers at their own site, I put that on there and that would adapt for the normal fitting like that there. Some places you go to, they have their own hose there if you're ready to go, you know. Other places you have to use your own hose. Mine is set up this way and I have it set that way since I've had it, so I left it that way, you know. Got the split pin. There's a stop button on there, doesn't matter. Sometimes they have a stop button. A stop valve. Snowing. That's all the bits and pieces put away there. Don't forget that there. That's the rams are on. Take it off the whip chain. Basically that slides up and down, and you can get it on and off. Oh. Put it back down there for the next person. Don't worry, I'll depressurise the tank before I leave. I just turned it off, depressurising to quieten it down for you. Now, I'll take off my blower pipe. Now, we call it a jump pipe. I've heard people call it a jump pipe. Mine is a joined up one at the moment till I get sorted with a better one, I suppose. Normally you take it off and put it back there, or even up here somewhere on a little bit of a rod or something, you know. Want to make something up for it, you know. So I have to store it up. I just store it on top of the box there for now, you know, or the canopy. This pipe is very hot right now. That there is where it sucks the air in and makes it into compressed air. Now that's my pipe stored away, up there out of the way. So if I was using a donkey engine, it goes through there, and when I'm using the blower on the unit, it goes through there. That's a non-return valve, so the air can't go back that way, and that's a non-return valve, so the air can't come back into this. You have to turn off when you're unloading, or at the end when there's still pressure on the tank. Right, back to the noisy bit for 1 second, and I'll take you back to the cab. Loading trouble. Kiss it go, you're loading trouble, mister. Stay there. So lad, that's actually a new chap here. Never seen him before, but maybe he's there a long time, but it's not the normal fella you normally see. There's my dockers. I have my dockers, we're alright. Just need to weigh out on the way out there. Let's just see what's going on up there. I'm trying to charge it, I don't know how we are. Just a different type of sand. Below's the hopper, stone, sand, whatever, and makes the old cement, you know? You know, like. Which is warm now, that's warm now. Right. The hill. Doesn't look like a hill on camera, I don't think, but anyway, up the hill we go. If you did manage to get stuck, you know yourself, the load and shovel man will always give you a hand once he's not too busy. And all these places you go to. That jingle noise. I mean, no covers. They're off the front wheel, passenger side. I had that front wheel off there the other week when we were doing some work. And I normally leave them off just for a day or 2 or 3 until I just visually keep an eye on the wheel nuts to make sure we're alright. I just haven't put them back on yet. So you go back down here and you make a big wide swing, big wide swing for this weigh bridge to get back out. Tractor on the way in there. Right now, on my ways. There's a tractor on the way in. One moment. Yeah, there's that fella in the tractor now. Mind yourself. He flew through there. I thought he'd be slower than that coming through. So, stick your nose right over here. He used to go down that little hill there to the left, apparently. Never had the pleasure of having to do it. I heard it was an awful bit of a hill to go down and around. Yeah, let's see if we can get this in one go. No pressure burn, no pressure burn. No, don't know. Don't know. We have to make another move with this. Oh, we get on. Ah, we're on yet. Alright. Put your back wheels in your trailer, you know? Yeah, he's signed and all, yeah.
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah, just want to check the weight rating, you know? Dead on, thank you. See the lovely wheel wash. Right, up and out of here. And back up the road. Put them wheel nut covers on when you get back up the road there, will you? And jingling away. That would wreck some people's head. Driving. I know a certain person's head would be wrecked right now. There I am on the mirror, look. Sorry. Yeah, right, let's go. That was Ryan Rock in Longford. We cross the ring, tell them we're on the way back up the road and see what else is on for later on. If something else cool we'll show you. And for the moment, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, try to keep up the content, says the fella, you know. A bit slow with him, lady, a bit slow. Alright, now show you stuff now. Wonder why this road was brighter this morning, then a few trees cut down. They were getting too close to the road. Right, we'll talk to you in a while. Thank you very much.